7. My son, keep my words and store up my commands within you. Keep my commands and you will live. Guard my teaching as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding your kinsman. They will keep you from the idleness, from the wayward wife with her seductive words. At the window of my house I looked out through the lattice. I saw among the simple, I noticed among the young men, a youth who lacked judgment. He was going down the street near her corner, walking alone in the direction of her house. At the twilight, as the day was fading, as the dark of the night set in, then out came a woman to meet him, dressed like a prostitute and with crafty intent. She is loud and dependent. Her feet never stay at home. Now in the street, now in the squares, at every corner she looks. She took hold of him and kissed him, and with the words of faith she said, I have fellowship offering at home. Today I fulfilled my vows. So I came out to meet you. I looked for you and have found you. I have covered my bed with colored linen from Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let's drink deep of love till morning. Let's enjoy ourselves with love. My husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He took his purse filled with money and will not be home until full moon. With her persuasive words she led him astray. She seduced him with her smooth talk. At all of her he followed her, like an ox going to the slaughter, like a deer stepping into a nose, till an arrow pierced his liver, like a bird darting into a snare. Little knowing it will cost him his life. Now then, my son, listen to me. Pay attention to what I say. Do not let your heart turn to her ways or stray into her paths. Many of the victims she has brought down, her slain are a mighty throng. Her house is a highway to the grave, leading down to the chamber of death. 8. Does not wisdom call out? Does not understanding raise her voice? On the heights along the way where the paths meet, she takes her stand. Beside the gates leading into the city, at the entrance, she cries aloud. To you, O man, I call out, I raise my voice to all my mankind. You who are simple gain prudence, and who are foolish gain understanding. Listen, for I have worthy things to say. I open my lips to speak what is right, my mouth speaks what is true. For my lips discuss wickedness, all the words of my mouth are just. None of these are crooked or preserved. To the discerning all of them are right. They are faultless to those who have knowledge. Choose my instruction instead of silver, knowledge rather than choice gold. Where wisdom is more precious than rubies, and nothing to desire can compare with her. I, wisdom, dwell together with prudence. I possess knowledge and instruction. To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior and perverse speech. Counsel and sound judgment are mine. I have understanding and power. By me king reign, and rulers make law that are just, and by me princes govern, and all nobles who rule on earth. I love those who love me, and those who seek me bind me. With me are riches and honor, enduring wealth and prosperity. My fruit is better than fine gold. What I yield first passes choice silver. I walk in the ways of righteousness, along the paths of justice, bestowing wealth on those who love me, and making their treasuries full. The Lord brought me forth at the first of his works, before his deeds of old. I was appointed from eternity, from the beginning, before the world began. When there was no ocean, I was given birth, where there was no spring abounding with water, before the mountains were settled in place. Before the hills I was given birth, therefore he made the earth or its billows, or any of the dust of the world. I was there when he set the heavens in place, and he marked out the horizon and space to the deep. When he established the clouds above and fixed surely to the foundation of the deep. When he gave the sea its boundary, so the water would not overstep his commands. And when he marked out the foundation of the earth, then I was the craftsman at his side. I was filled with delight day after day, rejoicing always in his presence, rejoicing in his whole world, and delighting in mankind. Now then, my son, listen to me. Blessed are those who keep my ways. Listen to my instruction and be wise. Do not ignore it. Blessed is the man who listens to me, watching daily at the door, waiting at my doorway. For whoever finds me finds life and receives favor from the Lord. But whoever fails to find out to harm himself, all who hate me love death. 9. Wisdom has built her house. She has hung up his 7 pillars, and she has prepared her meat and mixed her wine. She has also set her table. She has sent out her maids, and she calls. From the highest point of the city, let all who are simple come in here. She says to those who lack judgment, come eat my food, and drink the wine I have mixed. Live your simple way, and you will live. Walk in the ways of your understanding. Whoever corrects a mocker invites insult. Whoever rebukes a wicked man incurs abuse. Do not rebuke a mocker, or he will hate you. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love you. Instruct a wise man, and he will be wiser still. Teach a righteous man, and he will add to his learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. Pursue me, your days will be many, and years will be added to your life. If you are wise, your wisdom will reward you. If you are a mocker, you alone will suffer. The woman folly is loud. She is undisciplined and without knowledge. She sits at the door of her house on a seat of the highest point of the city, calling out to those who pass by, who go straight on their way. Let all who are simple come in here. She says to those who lack judgment. Stolen water is sweet, food eaten in secret is delicious. But little do they know that the dead are there. There our guests are in the depths of the grave. 10. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son brings joy to the brother, but a foolish son grieves to his mother. Our godliness treasures are of no value, but the righteousness delivers from death. The Lord does not let the righteous go hungry, but he dreads the curbing of the wicked. Lazy hands make a man poor, but diligent hands bring wealth. He who gathers crops in summer is a wise son, but he who sleeps during harvest is a disgraceful son. Blessing crowns the head of the righteous, but violence overwhelms the mouth of the wicked. The memory of the righteous will be blessing, but the name of the wicked will rot. The wise in heart accept commands, but the treading fool come to ruin. The man of intelligence walks securely, but he who takes crooked paths will be found out. He who wins mercilessly causes grief, and a chattering fool come to ruin. The mouth of the righteous is the foundation of life, but violence overwhelms the mouth of the wicked. Hatred stirs him up decision, and love covers over all wrongs. Wisdom is found on the lips of the discerning, but the rod is from the back of him, and lack judgments. Wise men store up knowledge, but the man of the fool invites ruin. The wealth of the rich is their fortified city, but it provides the ruin of the poor. And the wages of the righteous bring them life, but the income of the wicked bring them punishment. He who heeds discipline shows the way to life, but whoever ignores the correction leads others astray. He who conceals his satire has lying lips, and whoever spreads slander is fool. When words are many, sin is not absent, and he who holds his tongue is wise. The tongue of the righteous is choice silver, but the heart of the wicked is of little value. The lips of the righteous acknowledge many, but the fools die for lack of judgment. The blessing of the Lord brings wealth, and he adds no trouble to it. A fool finds pleasure in evil conduct, but a man of understanding delights in wisdom. What the wicked dreams will overtake him, what the righteous desire will be granted. When the storm has swept by, the wicked are gone, but the righteous stand firm forever. As a visioner to the teeth and smoke to the eye, so is a sluggard to those who send him. The fear of the Lord adds length to life, but the years of the wicked are cut short. The prospect of the righteous is joy, but the hopes of the wicked come to nothing. The way of the Lord is a refuge to righteousness, but it is the ruin of those who do evil. The righteous will never be uprooted, but the wicked will not remain in the land. The mouth of the righteous will bring forth wisdom, but the preserved tongue will be cut out. The lips of the righteous know what is fitting, but the mouth of the wicked only what is preserved.